Yes, people checking, people checking in. It is match day. It is that type of day. Yeah? That type of day, people. We're all we are waiting for. You understand? We all been waiting for that day. And it day is today. Just a few hours. Just a few hours. Just a few hours before match day. I mean, what I can say, man. All we can do is believe. Understand? All we can do is believe, believe, and be supportive to the boys on the pitch. You understand? That's all we can do, man. We can't do nothing much. Hope they can do, that job that they came here to do in St. Louis, to overcame that big hurdle. You understand? So but the US fans, I must say, I was downtown this morning and sports bar them open up from roughly around 9, 10 o'clock. People are drink already. People are turning up at the sports bar, just just minutes away from the stadium, downtown St. Louis, It's crazy. But it's funny how, they are confident that they can continue the winning streak, over the Reggae Boys and just wrapped up, they are here. What's they have been saying, since this morning, you know, they just want to finish off the Reggae Boys in style in St. Louis. They want to get as much goals that they can, but it's going to be down to the boys, yeah, on the pitch, not to give up any early goal in the game. If we concede early, in St. Louis tonight, it's going to be a hell of a ride. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Trust me. It's going to be a hell of a ride. We don't want to concede in the first 5, 10 minutes. If a goal ever score during that time, let it be the Reggae Boys. You understand? Let it be the Reggae Boys that score. And if we can score early in the game, we will set up the tie, to the next, you say 70 minutes if you score in the first 20, to set up the game for the next 70 minutes, nerve wracking, wondering if they go into, bow out of the tournament, you understand? But I must say, you see, one thing the boys must have that self-belief. You understand that self-belief, that hunger. I was I was watching the game in San Pedro Sula on Friday night, Mexico versus Honduras in Honduras. And I can tell you, oh boy, the m- before the ball kick off, I could tell that the Hondurans, they were up for a battle. Yeah, the Honduran, they were up for a battle. So we need to see that side of passion. The Mexican were up for it as well. You could see they were pump up, they were charged, they're ready, to give their maximum, they give their maximum utmost on the pitch. They're ready to fight for what the Honduran, ready to throw at them. But the Hondurans, their punch were much heavier than the Mexican, and that's the type of thing that I would love the Reggae Boys to have. You understand, going out in the game because look, their fans will be right behind them. This stadium, yeah, in St. Louis City Park, it's a fortress. Yeah, it's a fortress for teams to come in the MLS. They have some crazy, passionate fans, and there will be a big marching band, which I'm hearing will be over 15,000 people marching in the streets. An hour and a half from now, downtown St. Louis. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy down there. So, they're going to have that 12-man feeling. They're going to have that backing because the St. Louis MLS in the franchise, they have that backing. Over the 2 seasons, they're 2 year old in the MLS at home in their debut season. They only lost 4 games at home. They finished on top of the Western Conference when LAFC, I think, was the defending champion going into that regular season. And then, they finished outside of the playoff. They, again, expectation, but they finished where many people, predict them to finish, but with a bad season compared to what happened in their debut season in the MLS. Yeah, they only lost around 5 games at home. So you could see, put the 2 seasons together, they only lost less than a handful of games at home. So that's the type of fan base we're going to come up against. This is the type of fortress ground that we're going to come up against. As many of people watching this, heard what I said this morning and the morning inside of that. Look, they have only lost one game since 1957, and that was against Canada. So that shows that it's a long-standing record, and they played like 18 games in the city so far. You understand? The last two games they blew away Uzbekistan. They blew away Saint Kitts in the Gold Cup. So we're here, man. We're here for a battle, and Jamaican people are very progressive people. We ready for any battle. People ready to throw at us. When you write us off, that's the time when this team strive, and many occasions where a lot of people didn't predict us to win certain games. We came out victorious, and we move on to the next step. So this game is very crucial. Look, I'm on the road. I'm an away fans. I would love to go to Inglewood, California, come in March. You understand? I was just out there talking to my team that look, hey, hope the boys can do whatever it takes, because guess what? We want to be on the road again coming next FIFA window. We would love to get down there in Inglewood, California for those two games, whichever it is. Is it the semi-final? Is it we're going to play the final? Are we going to play in the third and fourth, which we did a few months ago in March, in spring. So it's very optimistic. I haven't met a Jamaican as yet. I haven't met a Jamaican as yet. I don't know how many of us will be scattered all over the stadium. I wish they would have had this, have an away section where I didn't really see it, to be honest. I didn't really see it when I was purchasing a ticket that look, this will be the away section for the Reggae Boyz. But I wish we had something like that where we could group up, where we could, when you come together, you're more stronger, your voice are louder, the players on the pitch can hear. But hopefully the boys on the pitch can, see the black, green, and gold just by, the shirt, just by, I think it's here, just by, the flag right there. Hope they can see things waving. So it's going to be a crazy, crazy game. Giant Entertainment, big up yourself. Joel Smith, big up yourself. But I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. I think we have something in us tonight. I think the boys, before they came here, they knew what's the challenge, what's ahead of them, in this city. And I don't feel the footballing history of this city as yet. When I been around out on the street, driving around, looking at, it more like little bit like a local spot, where the field is at, downtown. It's right on the main. I don't know how they built that stadium right there, where they got those space from, to build that stadium there, but it's right out there on the main road. As you come off of the freeway, the stadium is right there, so it's going to be tough. But rule number one though, not to concede early. Not to concede early. I will take a nil-nil result in the first 45 minutes. But for me, rule number one, not to concede early. It doesn't matter what team Steve McLaren put out there, but rule number one, not to concede early and not to concede first. Yeah, even though we concede first in Toronto at this stage, last year at this time, just a few days short from an anniversary where we broke the record. But number one, don't concede early, don't concede first. I'll say rule number two is Steve McLaren must get his selection correct. I think we expect changes to come. When I was there too, I saw. Well, I went there. I saw. Look, we have to before I move any further. I have to say this. I just remember we have to give the people them that managing the backroom staff, because I was downtown this morning around between, you say, around 8 to around 10:30 before I left out, and the backroom staff are already there. They're already putting things together at the field. Trust me, so you have to give them credit for that. I saw the Reggae Boyz backroom staff at the stadium early in the morning. They've been there around 10 to 12 hours before match. It look like they've been there for 12 hours, 12 hours before match day kick off, 10 to 12 hours. So you have to give them a lot of credit for that. I saw them, and actually I met a few groundsman, and they said, look, it's going to be a very slick surface. I was asking them like how long is the rain going to fall for? They said they expect a rain, a shower of rains throughout the entire day. And since I came, in St. Louis last night, it's been raining until probably it stopped around 11, 12 o'clock. And then the sun barely crack. Barely crack. It's been overcast for majority of the day so far. So it's going to be a very, very, very good surface. And they said this is one of the best surface, in the MLS. As we know, it's a newly, farm franchise in MLS. So we know that the pitch going to be perfect. And I said this also, the pitch, it will suit the Americans very well. Because we saw where Mauricio Pochettino put out a soldier team, an army teams, a team that need to get down in Kingston from Miami and just fight for a positive result. And they got even more than what they were expecting. Because that team that he put out, I was probably saying, look, maybe that team was like, a team, just come and drop the ball. It just going to defend and hopefully if you a draw, the team that I expect it didn't show up, but he put out a workman team, and he was like, just go out there and fight. Just go out there and fight. Whatever you get it, but just go out there and fight. And we drop the ball. But yeah, big up the JFF, we got the JFF for that, and the organization, and which I think something it's always been. I heard about the same story when I was in Canada as well. I even heard about it, how the backroom staff, the kitmen, they work endless, non-stop, non-stop. These guys, keep working behind the scenes. So a lot of people, you have to give them credit, and a successful football team, any successful thing that you're trying to build overnight, it's going to take from the lowest staff up to the highest. You understand it, to the executive, the owners, for that company. But the game though, as I was saying, with selection and stuff like that, expect changes to come. Steve McLaren, he's yet to put out a team that he started the same team back to back, which I look at. I don't know if I'm wrong, but the last time I checked it, he didn't, so I don't know if I mischecked, but in my own eyes, he haven't put out that team, back to back in the same starting level. But I gave my starting lineup, which with Andre Blake, Tavon Gray, Nanalo, Dishan, Amar Bell, Isaac Hayden, Joel Atibody, Tyreek Magee, Leon Bailey, Cephas, and Bosa up front. That would be my 11. I don't really want to go much in depth, but why I chose, Tavon Gray. Just give him a look. He's on farm. This is the best of Tavon Gray at this moment, and this is the worst of Dexter Lemekisa since he's been representing the Reggae Boys. So why not make changes, Amaribel, yeah, Amaribel, I think Amaribel can come in, It's good to see that the coach kind of rest him for that first leg, kind of minimizes his hours, his minutes on the pitch, because coming off a two back-to-back hamstring injury, it's not easy. It's not easy, be realistic. Gregory didn't give us anything going forward. Trust me, did not give us anything going forward. I've seen him even in previous game when he was playing, a few Tuesdays ago, I think it was week and a half ago, he was playing against Hull City, Casey Palmer team, and he was getting down that left hand side, whipping in ball. I think he got an assist. And he had like 4 successful crosses into the box. But when he played for the Reggae Boys, it's like he more to make runs than rather and make runs and cross the ball into the box. But that team that I said, man, I think it would be a very good team. I don't think a back three would be successful this evening. That back three business, it just didn't work. I think the coach, he was a little bit too timid. Yeah, he was a little bit more defensive, trying to give the US respect. They're not going to give us respect because there'll not be one fan in that stadium a few hours from now give the Reggae Boys any chance in that game. Yeah, they will not give us one chance to win that game or come out victorious. Just like how I was arguing in the stadium, with the Canadian fans at BMO Field. Like they said, like, man, where you going? Look, we have this. All they're talking about is that they record since 2010, and we smash it with 10 men. Yeah, and that again, we cannot afford to get a red card in this game because this Canada team no, isn't the Canada team that previously we played, under Mara Bielo. This team is under Jesse Marsh. Yes, majority, probably 99.9 of these players currently now playing for the Canadian team represent them back then. But this is a very different team. The whole dynamic, the structure is different. So now look at the US men's national team. Manda Mauricio Pochettino, you know, this is a more killer instinct team at home. You know, they know how to get the job at home. They are fruitful at home. You know, they three times champions in a row at home. You know, so everything is waving behind this team. And I said this also. If one thing in that stadium that's going to give us a chance to get something from that game, and when the stadium found 2022, November the 16th, 2022. That are the only thing would have gone with the Reggae Boyz in that stadium. Because we know November the 16th, yeah, November the 16th, 2022 is the anniversary of when we qualified in 1997 against, the Mexico national team in the office, yeah, qualified for our first World Cup. So that alone is waving our riding in us later today. Yeah, nothing else but the Reggae Boy fans who will be in the stadium later today. So it's going to be a tough field battle, man. But we must believe, the fans must believe. But most importantly, the players must have that self-belief, must have that hunger, must have that passion. We need to see that emotion and the players like, look, this is a game that it's more than just a game. This is for the country. You understand? This is for, this right here. It is, yeah, this is it right here. You have to passion about this thing. It's not just putting on this jersey. You have to passion. Yeah? 1 second. Yeah, so you have to passion about this. You can't just going out there and that look, you're going to play a game. When I look at the crowd that the Surinamese team get, on Thursday, I think was it on Thursday? No, on Friday when they played on Friday. Yeah, look at the players' face. Even though they narrowly missed out on a draw result at home, which would be a perfect result for them going into the second leg against Canada in Toronto. Yeah, but look at all the Surinamese players. Look at the game that Costa Rica and Panama play. Look at all the Panamanian players. They were up for it. You could see. So I'm just saying, man, where is this passion? Where is this passion from our players? Where is this dedication? Where is this self-belief? That this is just more than representing a national team. This is about representing a whole country itself and people in the diaspora. We need that self-belief. This is why even up to today, you will have the older folks keep talking about 1998 because they haven't seen anything since that hunger. We need to see that passion, just like how I go on YouTube and I watch clips and I saw clips of Rene Simone, the passion of him on the touchline, be animated about the team, giving that spirit, kicking every ball like Diego Simeone. Not saying that every coach going to have that, but look when Jesse Marsh walked through the door of Canada. He kicked every ball in the Copa of America like he was like he was a player on the pitch. Mauricio Pochettino, he was living it in Kingston, and he's going to live in it again later today in St. Louis on that field on the touchline if things are not going his way. And the best way to get this US team mind corrupt from their tactics is to front foot football first. Bring the game to them first. Be excited. These players that we have, yes, they are playing in quality league. Yes, a lot of quality players. Yes, they can get the job done. But there's always this question sign around these players. And it's all about, do they care about the national team? That's what we want to know. How deeply their emotion is involved with this country right here. Yeah, how deeply they are involved of representing us, not just playing international football. I want to go to a club World Cup. Yes, they a lot of English players. Yes, a lot of players that born in Jamaica. they take the call up and they come every time when there is a national call up. But how much it means to them to play for the Jamaica national team. You're not playing for JFF. You're playing for a nation of people that live on the island of 876, Jamrock, One Love. You understand? That's where the love is at. And then the people around in the diaspora. Because those people also give their respect to the team, support the team, just like me, living in diaspora, for many years now. You understand? We are out here. A lot of players, you know, have family, who live in the diaspora as well. You understand? The captain, his family live in the diaspora. Yes, they are Jamaican, but they live in the diaspora. So their family is amongst, the love and support from the diaspora. So we want to make sure that man, Steve McLaren, get this thing correct because I want to be in Inglewood. I want to be out there in California coming next, FIFA window. I would love that trip again. You understand? So the boys must be thinking like, yo, how can we get this job done so we can go out there and represent so the fans can have a night out in California, in England, having a drink out, having a blast, having a vacation. It's good when the Reggae Boys is on the road in competitive games here in the US that we can take time out, we can cry down, our boss, our supervisor, our manager that look, hey, we need a week and a half. We need a 2 week for the Gold Cup just to be out there supporting the boys. And guess what? A lot of people that I know, watch the Reggae Boys over the years. A lot of them took vacation and they're not getting the 100% compensation of their pay. Because guess what? The compensation might be 2 weeks. A lot of them might take a few days, sick days and all that. So they're not going to get compensated for, a lot of them will get 8 days, sick days. So, and they carry over that days. And, they out there supporting the boys. Meanwhile, they on the pitch getting paid. This is what fans have to go through. This is what fans have to go through. I live with the story of my father, yeah, going to the national stadium, watching the Reggae Boys, walking out with tears in his eyes, supporting Arnett Garden at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, walking out of that stadium with tears in his eyes. I remember the story that he told me just by supporting Arnett Garden Football Club when Reno beat them. I think it's 93 or 92 Jamaican Premier League final in the National Stadium when Reno beat them 1-0. Yeah? When Big Head had shield the ball upon the line. I wasn't born. This is a story I'm telling. Yeah? Arnett Garden had one of the best team in the league and Reno beat them in the final. And he walk out of the National Stadium with tears. So these are the things that fans live through. Coming out here, it's no joke. 15 hours on the road coming from South Carolina to here. You have to stop, you meet in the traffic, you have to do that. So it's going to accumulate up to probably 3 extra hours. It's not easy driving down here for me. I heard a lot of people said, look, they're going to drive from New York just as well, and it's actually the same amount of hours. So this is what fans go through to support what they love. Just like all the locals supporting, the boys in the last 3 games. Yeah, wonderful, amazing crowd at the National Stadium. I love it. So us who can make it, who can make the trip. These trips are not expensive. Not let me repeat that. These trips are very expensive. Just like what happened to me trying to get in Arlington, Texas, March. I paid for everything. I paid for hotel. I paid for flight. I bought my 2 tickets, for the semi-final and final. I booked this reservation. I booked reservation at Six Flag, in Arlington. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to take a week out there in Arlington, Texas. And guess what? One, I got caught up. I got caught up in our traffic, on the I-95, trying to get back home 4 hours before my flight. I got caught up in a traffic where an accident happened upon the I-95. I couldn't make it. Yeah? When I tried to get to the second flight, trying to get from South Carolina to, I think it was going to Fort Lauderdale because there's no straight flight. You understand? The flight ended up canceled. And I'm saying, it's like me not to go up on that trip here. It's like a sign or something that show me like, yo, you're not supposed to go up on that. You're not supposed to make that trip here. Just let what happened happen. All of the money burn up. And that was $1,800. Yeah, that was $1,800 hard earning money. Understand? And I missed that trip. I paid for everything and I missed that trip. And guess what? I was sitting in my house. I That was one of the most devastated time of doing YouTube. I did not do any video at all after that. I broke down in tears because I want to be out there supporting the Reggae Boys. I paid my money. I paid for everything and I can't be out there. And when I look, the flight that's supposed to leave from Fort Lauderdale Airport to Dallas Airport, it got canceled. Didn't move the next day. So I was like, oh shit, man. Me just never supposed to make that trip there. So me just call it a day, just like that. Me just call it a day, just like that. You understand? So fans go through these things. Fans lose money on these away trips. We have heard so many stories, about fans, trying to make it to a FIFA World Cup, final, just by going into that country. One time I was taking an Uber and I met this Mexican fan. He said he has been traveling since I think it was 2002 until now. Yeah, never missed a World Cup for Mexico. And he told me that the last World Cup that they went to in Qatar, it cost him over 15,000 US dollar just to go to that World Cup with him and his family. So fans go through this. So we just want the players them know, say like, yo, bro, fans are out here putting in a hard work just to be by your side in the stand, just by showing you the black, green, and gold flag. Yeah, please put out the passion, put out the self belief, fight for the country, fight for your son. Yeah, fight for the ancestors, fight for Shorty Malcolm, fight for these guys that who also fight blood, sweat, and tears during a campaign to make us dream that we can qualify for a FIFA World Cup. And it's going to happen again. So the journey, man, this is a journey that's going to make us go to our second World Cup. But it has to start. If it not start already, tonight it must start. We need a reaction. We need a reaction. Even if we're going to go, below the wayside and, call it a day and we lose the game, but show some passion, show some encouragement, man. It very hurt when the team lose a game and the passion is not there, the willpower is not there. And I must say, I have to give this player a credit. Every time I've seen Joe Latibody is a player I saw over many recent games that look, he showed that passion. He always in the referee face, he's always in the opponent face. Whenever there's a fight, Joel Latibody is one of the first players always be in those players' face, trying to back his team here. And this is one thing that we don't really see from Reggae Boys players. One said them are Rima Jesus. One said they represent the Bordeaux and Zinc Fence, head of state. But when there's something on the pitch, it's like they are one of the last person to get there. Yes, they contribute and try to back up their teammate, try to fight for their teammate. But we want to see just when the Los Blancos playing 10, 15 years ago, Sergio Ramos and Pepe, yeah, they're all the way 80 yards away from the play. And guess what? They're one of the first two persons to reach in the mix of what is going on. So this is what it takes a lot of different factors in a run and how to fight for something. Fight for what you need. You can get it. The US can be beaten. There's a lot of loopholes in this team. Can be beaten. But we have to be disciplined, we have to be smart, and we have to make sure that we are organized. And one of the most important things, we have to be as a unit, unite. Yeah, collective football. From the fans who's going to be in that stadium tonight, go all the way up to my crickets. Yeah, everybody have to come together. That energy, that belief, let the boys feel it. You understand? Now it's 4:15. We 1 hour behind Eastern time. So it is less than 3 hours now for match day. And I'm going to find my way downtown. I'm not going to let what happened to me in Toronto, where that downtown Toronto traffic get me caught, almost off late for that game, which I missed the first 20 minutes of that game. It's not going to happen here tonight. So It's 3 hours. It's just just shortly under 3 hours before match day kick off. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, for kick off. So I'm going to jump off the stream. People again. I was wishing that some of you calling. We could have a say, but obviously none of you did. Really appreciate your time here, and I want to say this, man. Big up the people then who continue to support the Kada Media House. Respect. Respect goes to you guys. Respect goes to everybody. You understand? I really appreciate it. And also the fans in that out there, man. My utmost respect for you guys as well for whatever Vloggers is doing. They are doing something about Reggae Boy football. You guys are always there giving them that strength, giving them that watch hours, giving that subscribe, giving that likes. It's just not me, big up to everybody, you guys supporting, so it's here, man. We are here to give you guys coverage. You understand? Locally and abroad. Many people doing it locally and other people doing it abroad as well. So I'm here, man. So I'm going to get myself, switch over and ready for downtown St. Louis, as it's going to be a crazy night in that stadium tonight. I can feel it. I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy from the ground staff. This is how it's in. You see, every time I'm want to end, it's always something that popped up in my mind. This is where it's deeply rooted. When you're talking about teams in the CONCACAF, I just can't feel that energy from a Reggae Boy, perspective as a fan. When I was talking to some of the ground staff, I was peeping through the stadium looking, because where the stadium is that, you can go up like a step and you could see through the railing and everything. So I was talking to a few of the ground staff. And the man them have this poise that look, they said look, they are doing their best to prepare this pitch, to prepare the stadium, to welcome the national team. And they have that passion. They said they're out there since 6 o'clock this morning, working overtime just to get the venue prepared, just to make sure everything is in order. You understand? Everything is in order. So it's coming from the ground staff, the man them that all take care of the facilities here in Central America. We need to have that passion too, man. And one thing, what's going to hurt me so much is when that national anthem singing by the US men's national team, the whole stadium have a rise to occasion and they're going to sing their anthem with pride and with joy. But we cannot have those experience. Look at when Gianluigi Buffon singing Italian anthem. Look at when Arturo Vidal is singing the Chilean anthem. Even when FIFA said you only have just around a minute or so, close to 2 minutes of your rhythm playing the anthem, the Chilean national team go a cappella. Who know that Chilean anthem? It's lovely to see these guys sing their anthem. But I don't know, man. These are the things that we have to live with. You understand? And these things that you saw that other countries do is very important because when I went to New Jersey to watch the Albi Celeste and the Reggae Boys, the whole stadium rise to the occasion to sing the national anthem for Argentina national team. And you could see I saw some people in front of me, they were living it, singing the anthem, and they were crying. They were crying. That's how passion these fans are. That's how passion these people are when it comes on to the national anthem. And it's different factors around that sort of passionate fans, passionate people about the national team, passionate people about the football. But I mean, regular, Danny has a 2 minute finals. But I just want to big up everybody in the chat, man. But I want to say, I want to big up, yo, Blair, I have to give you respect, utmost respect, because you're there from day one. I remember when I first got monetized, you were the first person to donate something on the board and give to me as a super chat. Really respect it. You understand? Really appreciate it. You're there from day one. And many people come along the journey. You have Owen, you have Energy 876, you have RR, you have so many people, so many different people, man. Saw the growth, saw me when I was amateur, still amateur, but get in there. You understand? And you guys see the growth and see the hard work. You know, coming out to different stuff on his channel, trying to package my thing. I know it's like I found a formula where I package my stuff. So now you have the morning insider video, you have the Nick and Dan podcast, and it's just too crazy for me to even do the JPL because my work schedule trying to maintain as because I'm a dad, so I have to try to maintain YouTube, trying to maintain, multiple jobs, trying to maintain a family, trying to maintain the relationship back home with my relatives, keep up, what's going on, make sure that they don't feel left out. And many times when it comes on to the 24-hour in the entire day, I only get like 3-4 hours of sleep, and I never complain. I know it's just a regular routine where I catch 3-4 hours before before I go to work, and then 2 more hours before I do anything in the evening. So that's how I have to catch up my hours. So it's been hard work after hard work, editing videos. Staying up in my studio in my house. Doing researches. Looking up stuff. Just trying to be better. Just trying to evolve. Just trying to be a better person on this channel. So it's a whole heap of hard work, man. It's a whole heap of hard work. Trust me. YouTube is harder than college. Trust me, YouTube. I went- before my footballing career, you know, um, got shattered away right in front of my face, just like that when I got injured in my freshman year, going to university here. My freshman year, I want to go to college just for my freshman year, and then I return back to school online. But college is so hard. YouTube is it's ridiculous, man. YouTube is such a difficult thing, trust me. Cause when I start out and start getting too, it was my family members who start watching me at first. They give my like 30 views for the week, 50 views for the week, that for the week, and then the things start grow up. But YouTube is no joke, man. It's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of passion. I didn't want to say I lost, but I kinda move out of one space where I wasn't commit at the time to do YouTube. Then I come back into it. I know I'm fully with it. I take this as my job. I do this with pride. I do this with passion. You know, I want to say, man, big up my family, who continue to support me, on this journey because when I don't do a video for a day, they are the first person that call me and say, hey, why you not doing a video? I remember even when my kids, they were amongst me in the summer and before school start, yeah, they used to like, Daddy, why you not doing videos in the studio? Why you not why you not doing video today? What's wrong? Even it's something embedded in my family where the structure for me to be a professional footballer it was there, but because of injury, and that's just nature. That just happened. It happened to many players in the past where injury just rattled their career. Can't do anything about that. So now I found a new love, and I have many times when friends calling me to say, hey, let's go play some pickup football. Let's go play. I even have my friends playing UPSL and like, bro, I just lose the passion to play on the pitch. This is my passion. Yeah, because this was life after football. So now it's like something that energy. Football is gone, a career is gone. No, this is my career. So this is where I'm moving. Salute to the people them. Really appreciate everybody. People, ciao ciao. Forza Reggae Boys. Come on, vamos Reggae Boys. I'm out.